You're listening to Municast, the podcast that discusses municipal leadership. Season 6 of Municast is brought to you by SaskTel's Innovation and Collaboration team. SaskTel can help you sort through the noise to create solutions that add value quickly, whether it's reducing your environmental footprint, driving investment, community development, or just saving money. Contact your SaskTel account manager to find out more. Municast is brought to you by SUMA, the voice of Saskatchewan's hometowns. Each season discusses unique perspectives on local governance that includes conversations with both individuals and organizations. Past episodes have explored the core principles and challenges that municipal leaders faced and delved into valuable lessons from seasoned officials and examined approaches that municipal governments can consider when addressing issues that involve all levels of government, including mental health and addictions and truth and reconciliation. In Season 6, we have been exploring the heart of SUMA. Join us as we roll up our sleeves and chat with our amazing team members about what they do every day and how it plays a vital role in helping Saskatchewan's hometowns thrive. Today, we're speaking with Lindsay Peel, Director of Corporate Services, Stephanie Wallace, Accountant, Richard Beck, TSS Coordinator, and Mason Stott, Advocacy and Legal Services Advisor, about some of the behind-the-scenes work that supports SUMA members, including the value of membership, election supplies, legal support, and TSS funding. You can learn more about Lindsay, Stephanie, Richard, and Mason on the SUMA website under About Us, Our Team. Conducting today's interview is Jean-Marc Nadeau, CEO of SUMA.
Well, welcome, Lindsay, Mason, Richard, and Stephanie, and thank you for joining me today. On this season of Unicast, we are excited to introduce listeners to SUMA and explore the value of membership and the resources available to the members. So I'm going to ask Lindsay to start us off with what value do municipalities gain from their SUMA membership?
Thank you, Jan. There's a number of benefits that our municipalities will receive when they become a SUMA member. So one of them is the group purchasing programs. So through both our internal purchasing programs, which include items such as election supplies, Canada Post shipping labels, and pet tags, as well as through our partnership with Kinetic GPO, our members are able to access a wide variety of contracts for many different products and services while enjoying significant cost savings thanks to bulk discount pricing. They also enjoy access to our group benefits and insurance services. So our members are able to access group benefit programs, which offer a full suite and many different levels of coverage for things such as dental, vision, extended healthcare, life and disability insurances. They also have access to SUMAsure, which is the insurance reciprocal, and as a SUMA member and through our partnership with SUMAsure, our members are able to purchase insurance for their municipal buildings. As well, they receive many opportunities for education. So SUMA members have access to all of our webinars free of charge, as well as reduced rates to attend events such as our annual convention.
So we have our main members, like the municipalities are the members, not the individual councillors. We also have another class of membership, and that is the affiliate members. Tell me a little bit more about that.
So affiliated members are those organizations which are not-for-profit in nature and have a direct tie to a municipality. So those could be a water treatment group. We have various other organizations that will become members in that respect, and they also have access to these similar programs and services.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's the key, is that they, even though they may be affiliate members, they still benefit from our group purchasing and all the programs that we offer our members. How is the membership fee calculated?
SUMA's current membership fee structure is based on base fee per voting delegate, as well as the per capita fee based on population. So the number of voting delegates a municipality would be allocated is based on their population as well. And those figures are used from the most recent census conducted in 2021.
So Stephanie, big fall coming up with the municipal elections. We're starting off with the resort villages on July 27, and we're already gearing up for that. Tell us a little bit more about how members can order municipal election supplies from us, and what products do we offer, and when do they need to get their orders in order to arrive on time?
Thanks. Yeah, we've already started with the resort villages. We offer for our municipal members ballots, so they can order for their mayor and councillor elections. They can do votes on bylaws and resolutions and votes on questions. A ballot should be ordered as soon as possible following nominations to ensure on-time delivery. Currently, we can guarantee your ballot order to arrive on time if you give us 15 business days prior to the advance poll date. With the upcoming election in the fall, we won't be accepting any ballot orders for the November 13th election after October 31st. So it's very important to get your orders in as soon as possible for ballots once you have your nominations confirmed. So for members, SARM and school boards, we offer the following election supplies. We have cardboard ballot boxes, cardboard polling booths, paper and metal ballot box seals, and visually impaired voters templates. Election supplies can be ordered anytime. You can order even today for what's coming up in the fall. Early orders ensure that timely delivery, as we're going to be very, very busy in September and October leading up to the election date. Generally, we can have the orders shipped within 2 to 3 business days of the receipt. Orders can also be picked up directly from our office in Regina. So if you are nearby and you need them quickly, you can come to our office and pick up. Otherwise, we will ship by the appropriate means, which is generally Canada Post Express Post. But if it's a larger order, we may need to use Purolator. All of these orders are invoiced directly from SUMA, so you don't have to deal with any third parties. And we also put together some good election information on suma.org, which has links and order forms.
While I would hope that everybody listens to this podcast, I realize that that is not necessarily the case. How are we going to communicate that information to the membership?
We've been communicating it through all of the social media channels. It's going through the municipal update, the biweekly update. I think just general email blasts will be coming your way as well towards the end of the summer with these links and instructions.
So keep your social media channels open and a link to your mailbox, and you'll be getting the information very soon. So thank you for that.
Across the province, SaskTel is engaged with many different municipal organizations who seek to innovate. Contact your SaskTel account manager to learn more about some of these initiatives and how they can help your municipality today.
One of the funding resources available to SUMA members is access to the Targeted Sector Support Funding, also known as TSS. Richard, can you tell us more about this funding opportunity for municipalities and what types of projects are funded?
Yeah, the Targeted Sector Support is a cost-sharing grant where municipalities can certainly work together on a joint program or project. The overall spirit of the Targeted Sector Support is that you really have municipalities trying to work together to solve a problem. Through conversation, we can better understand commonalities between municipalities and also leverage the Targeted Sector Support money to try and achieve economies of scale. Overall, just try and get administrative duplication minimized and kind of accentuate the working together and partnerships there.
Yeah, and it's so important in a community or in a province like ours with so many urban and rural municipalities, for them to be working together for the common good and for service to citizens, I think is so important. And I was so pleased as the employee at SUMA that we brought this program forward, support obviously by the province, but the ability to bring municipalities to working together for common good and for the benefit of the citizens, I think is so key. I wonder if you could provide an overview of the criteria that municipalities need to meet when applying for the TSS program.
There's several components to this. So municipalities, to put in a application, do need to have a supporting partner. So you at least need to have one partner to put in a application. There again, the more that you have is certainly helpful and nice to see, but definitely having that one partner is an absolutely mandatory aspect to it. Another thing is that the applying municipality needs to have a direction from council to actually apply. So we will need a resolution from council and also like a supporting document from at least one member municipality that will be participating in the project for it to be valid. Those are the two main functions there. Beyond that, the application that coming in satisfies the core responsibilities for municipalities. And we are looking for projects that are going to be within the municipal preview rather than, dealing with things that might be outside of municipal scope.
Why don't you give me an example of the type of projects that we've recently approved at the TSS steering committee? Sorry. Yeah, maybe if you gave me, one or two examples of projects that we recently approved, just to give our listeners a bit of an understanding of the type of project, and then maybe give us an example of a project that was not approved, just again to give a sense of what is it that municipalities are looking for.
I suppose on municipal cooperation, targeted sector support, we actually kind of break it down into manageable parts under 4 different streams. So the first one would be capacity building. So under something like that, there possibly a feasibility study could be a consideration in terms of an application coming forward. So one that stands out in recent history was in December of 2023. The steering committee did approve a project to do a feasibility water study, and that was 2 municipalities working together to kind of solve some water issues, and they work together on a project like that. So that would be one under capacity building. Another one of our streams is the regional cooperation. Right. So for this last intake that we had several municipalities that had identified the fall elections coming up and the need for understanding roles and responsibilities for municipalities going forward. So we've seen multiple applications come in from all across the province where one community, rather than trying to bring in a speaker and cover the full cost of bringing in that expertise, now reached out to their surrounding municipalities and basically said, hey, let's all join together. Let's bring in one powerful speaker. Let's all hear the same message and really understand our roles and responsibilities. And let's leverage that networking. So that is a really powerful aspect of the targeted sector support and its broad sense to really unify municipalities there. So that one was certainly really good under regional cooperation. Another one is relationship building and dispute resolution. So, building relationships and understanding what that corresponding municipality, next to you, and let's say the challenges that they might be having, certainly does help build relationships. If you have resources that you can now go into that sharing arrangement with that other municipality and really try and build those relationships, and now together the resources and the framework coming together really create that synergy between municipalities. And so part of that is the dispute resolution. This is a bit of a challenge for us, and in fact, let me highlight one of the recent failures that we had. Is with this year we basically had a application come in. With that, we had the applying municipality that had all of their requirements in order, but with this year the dispute partner didn't actually pass a resolution in time for the application, and therefore they were actually denied. So that would be like an example of a project that that wouldn't go ahead. There's also the municipal corporate transition. So there's a framework on that where ultimately trying to work together for the framework of that overall district formation, where zoning bylaws can be meshed together. Official community plans can be worked, and ultimately, if there's any opportunity for an actual district to be created, that would really be the highlight. One of the aspects to the targeted sector support is, we do have scheduled intakes at the moment. Any of the applications that have been approved under that municipal corporate transition, they can actually submit an application to further their next steps, even without an intake actually being open. That's one of the benefits of that particular defined stream.
So you talked a lot about municipalities coming together to work together and to propose projects to the TSS steering committee. But one of the other advantages of this program is that it invites municipalities to work with Indigenous communities. I wonder if you had any comments around some of the projects that you saw that may have involved Indigenous communities in the province.
Yeah, certainly past projects have included Indigenous populations. Just in our latest intake, we are approving a project where the official community plan and bylaws are actually being updated because of a land purchase within the town. Municipalities can work with that third party or organization and really try and work together in terms of aligning priorities and principles.
Absolutely, the opportunity for municipalities to work with organizations around them. I mean, they have to be municipally led, but may involve Indigenous communities. What are some of the main roadblocks municipalities run into when applying, and what can they do to make their application process as smooth as possible?
The applications are usually drafted and put together by the CAOs of the municipality. In order to have a qualifying application, the council definitely has to pass that resolution and provide direction, and that has to be done formally. So sometimes the understanding between the council and the CAO certainly has to be in unison for the applying municipality. That also has to mesh with the supporting municipality or municipalities. That would certainly be coming to the table. So sometimes that's a bit of a challenge to keep everybody on the same page, and there's also timing issues in terms of when everybody's budgets might be approved in order to get that council permission. So that's one of the the struggles there is you do have to be really looking forward and kind of be ready to put in your targeted sector application even while a intake period might not be open. So there's a bit of a challenges on that in terms of making sure that you have that alignment to get that project started. So there's a lot of communication that has to be done between those municipalities and also to align those to the targeted sector principles.
So SUMA has partnered with Brownlee LLP to provide a municipal helpline for members. So Mason, how does this helpline work, and what do members get support with when they call?
So Brownlee LLP is a law firm that specializes in municipal law, and they offer the municipal helpline. It's an informal, no strings attached consultation service for municipalities. And it's for those municipalities that require brief and informal guidance or consultation on a variety of different legal issues. The areas of law that these calls can cover include topics such as bylaw enforcement, conflict of interest, council procedures, planning and development issues, requests under the Local Authority Freedom of Information and Protection of Privacy Act, wrongful dismissal, municipal compliance with provincial and federal law. Referrals to additional resources are also provided, and there are other topics that are practiced by Brownlee which are covered. Calls which require further discussions than what the municipal helpline would cover and which cannot be considered casual legal services can be taken offline, and SUMA members get 10% off of the regular price from Brownlee.
So let's talk a bit of an actual example. So I'm a municipal administrator, and I have a question with respect to a bylaw enforcement infraction, and I'm not so sure where I can get the answer. Is that the type of call I can make to Brownlee, and what would happen?
Yes, exactly. If you've got some sort of legal issue that you're not entirely sure of maybe the next steps, or even if it's a legal issue or what kind of legal problem it is, you call the Brownlee Municipal Line, which is available at 1-800-661-9069. And someone from Brownlee will answer your call, take your question, and then do some research and get back to you on an answer to your problem or provide some legal information, further reading, if that would be helpful.
So just to continue on with that question or that example, if it requires that Brownlee travels somewhere or they have to prepare some documentation, legal documentation, that necessarily would require a file to be open. So that doesn't really fall within that helpline assistance. Am I correct in saying that?
Yeah, exactly. So things like any sort of legal representation or review of documents, like if you have a bylaw draft that you want to be reviewed by Brownlee, that would require them to open up a file and it would be taken offline from the municipal helpline.
So it's really, you know, if I'm sitting at my desk and I'm not sure about an HR process, and I just want to bounce a question or two off somebody, that's the kind of thing that Brownlee would be, the helpline would be helpful for.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. Where can the members find the phone number and more information about this offering from SUMA?
Members can find Brownlee LLP listed as a central source partner on the SUMA website under programs and services. And they can also go to the website brownleelaw.com/municipal-helpline for more information.
Thank you very much for taking the time to speak with me today about the value of SUMA membership and some of the resources members have access to. Maybe I will ask Lindsay to give us her final comments and we'll close the session today.
Thank you, Jan. In the corporate services realm, our role is predominantly behind the scenes, yet crucial to the services we provide our members. Our team stands ready to answer questions and offer guidance whenever needed. So please don't hesitate to reach out to me or any member of our team with your inquiries. We're here to help in any way we can.
This brings us to the end of another episode of MuniCast. Thank you for listening in. We look forward to continuing to engage with SUMA members throughout the year. I would also like to thank Jean-Marc for joining us to speak to staff and to help provide listeners with a behind-the-scenes look into SUMA. In the final episode of Season 6, I will be returning with MuniCast sponsor SaskTel to discuss their initiative that is bringing broadband service to nearly 200 Saskatchewan communities.